getting underway. And that's how Loveline works. Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Bruce is filling in for Dr. Drew, who is on his anniversary celebration and will be back.
I've taken care of him, actually.
Oh, good. Oh, you're kidding? All right, listen, don't start with the bad humor this early in the show. Bruce is filling in for Drew. Bruce is an old friend of Drew's, correct?
Now I am.
And what are your qualifications, Bruce?
I'm board certified, and I practice addiction medicine in adolescent.
All right, keep talking. I'm trying to straighten something out for a second here. Okay,
I
that was good.
I support myself.
No, you're
You
done.
want me to keep going? Okay.
I needed you in a very important 4-second interval, and you didn't come through for me. Kevin Martin is here from Candlebox tonight. Candlebox is a band that when did the debut album come out? Like 5 years ago?
5 years ago, yeah.
And they're from Seattle, and it's sold 4 million. Or at least that's what I was told. It seemed pretty popular to me. And then they had a second one that wasn't as popular, and now they're ready to be popular again. And the album is called Happy Pills, and it's coming out tomorrow, and they're going on a big tour. And, well, you fill us in. What else?
That was pretty good.
It was, huh?
That was pretty good, yeah.
Dr. Bruce punched up your website tonight and took a look. Is that true, Bruce?
From the hospital today, I was looking at various websites. From
Did
official website, fan website.
But you looked up Candlebox.
Oh, yeah.
Because you knew Candlebox was coming on tonight.
Right, so I wanted to be
See,
educated.
Drew doesn't even know who the guest is until about 11:15.
He's a professional.
And look at you. You're sitting around. There's people with sprinkler keys stuck in their side, and you don't give a rat's ass. You're sitting in some back room looking at a computer, trying to bone up on Candlebox. God bless you. All right, so let's talk to you, Kevin. Tell us. Oh, Jesus, I got to learn to interview. Candlebox is one of the, I've been here for almost 3 years, and I've now at this point met just about every band twice. But I think you guys were here on Loveline before I got here.
Yeah, I did Loveline twice, actually, with Ricky Rackman.
And that was
And Drew.
when? How many years ago was that?
4.5. Yeah, it was right after the first album, and then for the second album, Lucy.
Right. And now the third one, you guys have just finished doing a bunch of like small club sort of...
We're kind of in the middle now.
Of the small club thing.
Yeah, well, we do anything from 250 to 1,500 seats. It's kind of, depend. Like we played the Joint in Vegas last night.
Right.
And then I came into LA to do this, and then tomorrow I go to Phoenix for the release date and do an in-store and tower there.
But you and we'll get Candlebox's itinerary for the next month or so, and as soon as we get Darren to put down the cocaine straw and pick up a pen, we'll he's the record wrangler. We'll get some of those dates out to you where you can find Candlebox, and we'll hear something. Well, actually, we'll hear a couple things off the new album. I'm guessing. Yeah. And you want to hear that now? Why don't we do that? Mike, is that queued up? That'd be It's All Right, off of Happy Pills. That's Candlebox's latest effort. That'll be out starting tomorrow. Kevin Martin is here from Candlebox, and we'll be here, and we'll hear something else off the album as the night wears on. But for now, we'll take a couple of calls, and then we'll go back and forth. Adam. Oh, Jesus.
Hello? Oh, no, I'm not another dumb caller, am I?
Not yet.
Okay, well, listen, did you see on the screen I got bit at a concert?
It says, got bit on the lip at a concert. Could he get hepatitis?
Right, I wanted to ask the good doctor, because I've heard that human bites are very disease-infested. And I was in a mosh pit, and the guy ended up biting me on accident, and I want to know what I can get from that.
Who was the band?
Pearl Jam.
Yeah, that's
you
trouble.
won't get anything from that.
Yeah.
Who bit you, just a fellow mosher?
Well, actually, it was getting pretty rough, so I was on my way out, and this guy thought that I was just trying to start a mosh pit, and I was really just trying to walk out, and he got slammed, and he was pretty drunk, so...
Did he have any bleeding himself, or was it just you, or you don't really know?
I didn't notice any blood from him, but it was dark, and, there was beer in his mouth. That's all I could really taste. But I didn't see any blood from him. It was just blood from me. But the sore on my lip is kind of irritating me. It's getting bigger.
Now, when did this happen?
This happened like 4 days ago.
Okay, and so it's getting a little more red and swollen?
It's getting kind of whitish red.
Okay, that's not really a bad color for a wound, but you should probably have it looked at.
How's your ass? Is that okay?
Yeah, my A is okay.
Okay, because I didn't hear the rest of what went on the rest of the evening, but it sounded like this guy got in a little rough trade early on, and Adam, you just basically parted ways, right?
Yeah, I'm a wuss. I hightailed it. I was only down there for one song. I can't hang.
So, so what about this with the human mouth as opposed? I don't know why they always use it. They always use the dog's mouth when they try to compare the human mouth. You know, they never use a rabbit or a bird or anything like that. But they always say, do you know that dogs' mouths are cleaner than human mouths? Do you hear that?
Yeah, because how many people go around getting bit by rabbits and birds?
All right, shut Bruce's mic off. I've had just about enough of him.
They're ignoring
You're
me
lucky
there, too.
Mike's not paying attention tonight.
It's my last night here. I don't care. What do I have to lose?
I'm going to get some sort of
Okay.
penalty box for you to sit in. All right, but is that true? Are human mouths dangerous?
Right. The human mouth is a cesspool of bacteria, and bites. The common injury we see are people that punch somebody and the tooth penetrates the skin of the hand, and within 24 hours the hand is huge and swollen, and they're horrible infections. In this case, the tissues around the mouth are very vascular. You're much less likely to get an infection there. But if you're developing any kind of swelling, redness, anything else like that, you need to, after you get off the phone, buzz down to the nearest emergency department, have somebody take a look at it.
And what do they do for it?
Well, place you on antibiotics. If you haven't had a tetanus shot in the last 5 years, give you a tetanus shot and tell you to come back.
Can
in 24
people
hours.
get rabies shots, right?
Right.
So can somebody harbor rabies?
No.
Well, why do you give them rabies shots?
Oh, no, you don't get rabies shots for human bites.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if a guy got bit by a dog, he'd have rabies. And then if that guy went and bit some guy in a mosh pit, then wouldn't that guy get rabies?
You know, these sounds like
Yeah.
really...
You know the problem with doctors? They got no imagination, and they're not very good at the hypothetical.
No.
Would you pick a call, please?
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
going to sit here and bask in your glow because you made it through one call tonight. Oh, when is Drew coming back? Nathan.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Kevin and Dr. Bruce.
Hey, pretty good.
Hey, I have a kidney stone problem. Or at least I did have a kidney stone problem. And I think the doctor screwed up. They took it out. It was like a urethroskopy. How do you say that word, Dr. Bruce?
You're through a urethroskop?
Exactly. That's how they took it out, right through my urethra. And they did an anesthesia. The anesthesiologist told me he was going to give me a general anesthesia.
Mm-hmm.
And they ended up giving me a spinal anesthesia without my consent, or actually I was already a little out of it when they decided to do that. And then, to my understanding, they gave me the aftercare for a general, not a spinal. They propped me up, and my cranial spinal fluid leaked.
Okay, well that is a common problem after you've had
But is it
spinal
common for them
anesthesia.
is it common for them to lean you up? I mean, aren't you supposed to lie flat after a spinal?
Usually you lie flat for a period of time. If you had conscious sedation, which it sounds like you did, you probably don't remember what happened for a while after the surgery. But
No, I was awake. I was completely awake.
okay.
Yeah.
The bottom line is, in terms of suits and messing up, first of all, changing an anesthetic, I'm not sure why they did that without telling you, but there's less risk for a spinal anesthetic, so that's a better thing that you had. Anytime you have a general anesthetic, you get what we call intubated, where a tube's put into your through your vocal cords into your lungs. So, secondly, for a suit to be filed, you have to show that there was some sort of negligence.
But I think the negligence was in the aftercare.
Your risk is a spinal headache. Really, that's the major risk.
Well, it was pretty severe. They didn't know what went wrong. I vomited for like a week.
All right, hold on. Nathan?
Yeah.
100 years ago, you'd be dead. Now you want to sue the guy because you got a mild migraine after the procedure. You know what I'm saying?
I'm checking out my options. I'm not sure if I should sue. I mean, I lost 2 weeks' wages,
All right, but listen, you had a kidney stone. It's not like the doctor came over to your house and kicked you in the nuts and then dragged you into the hospital. You went in there because something was wrong with you, and they fixed it.
You're right. Yeah,
All right. Now, maybe everything didn't go perfectly according to plan, but, I think we're asking a little too much from these guys. Hey, would you say he has grounds to sue here?
First of all, I don't go right from the situation to grounds to sue, and so I don't sound like a representative of the AMA. I would say that everyone that sees a physician, has a procedure, has the right to know what happened. So what I think he should do, two things. First of all, I assume this was done either at a hospital or an outpatient surgery office. Contact the patient representative, which every organization has. The patient representative will be an interface, and secondly, request copies of records. And if he wants to pay an attorney to take a look at what was done, do that. So those are the things that I would do, which takes it out of the
All
realm
right,
of
that's
saying
enough
superdose.
with the legal end. You ever had a kidney stone, Kevin?
No, sir.
I haven't either. I heard it was the most, or one of the most painful things you could go through. Do women get these?
Yeah, sure.
Gallstones, kidney stones.
But
But
don't
kidney
guys
stones-
get them more than women, or
It
do you just
seems
hear
like
guys complaining?
Yeah, it seems like I see more men. It seems like God's revenge on men for not having the experience of childbirth. It's
Plus-
horrible pain, and it's comes on real suddenly.
Yeah, but you don't have the option to adopt a kidney stone, and that's really the tragedy. But wouldn't you say that it's more painful for a male because it has to travel that last, in my case, 3.5 inches before it makes it into the petri dish?
You're just bringing up wonderful opportunities for medical research. I don't know.
And don't they break them up with some sort of ultrasound now?
There is that option, depending on how.
Or they
large
can go in through your urethra and get it?
You can send the basket up and retrieve some of those stones.
Is a basket like those things they sell at the Pep Boys with the little claw on it that you send through there, and then you depress a button and it turns into like a little claw? Like, you know that game you play at the bowling alley where you try to grab a stuffed animal or a lobster that plays like a harmonica or something? Do you know what I'm talking about, Kevin?
Yeah, I do.
Does it go
Total
up?
recall.
Does it go up the urethra and then and then grab it and then they pull it out?
That's an option.
Why go that option though? I mean, why
Well,
not?
once it's down, I mean the ultrasound is not something you do when it's down into the starting to pass down. In the
I see.
ureters.
So once you
The
start
ureters-
passing it, you got to go in after it.
Right.
But won't it just pass itself?
Most of them do. The majority of them do. And what we do in the emergency department, where we see lots of these things, is you get them the Demerol or morphine and something for nausea, and then something like Motrin, which you can give IV, and then you give them lots of fluids and don't even do an IVP anymore. You just, by the time they leave, they've usually passed.
And this is the worst thing that could happen because all anyone ever does is laugh their ass off when they hear that you had it because they know it's not life-threatening, right?
Right.
And you're in a ton of pain, and there's something going either up your penis or out your penis. But either way, your penis is involved with the equation.
Well,
I pray I never get one of
You
those.
can get if you have an infection with stones present. That's a very serious condition. So.
Rick.
Hello?
Rick,
How you doing, man?
you're 15. Good.
Yeah, you remember my call?
No.
All right. Remember, it was about a month and a half ago. My girlfriend had said she was raped. Found it in the note. You remember that?
No.
You don't?
I don't know. Did I act like I remembered it or would have
No,
remembered?
you didn't really.
No. Maybe I wasn't here that night.
No, you were here.
I was.
Was Drew more concerned than Adam about the situation?
Yeah, I think he might have.
Probably.
Sometimes, what time did you call? What time were you on the air?
What time?
Yeah, was it late?
You had that lady from Suddenly Susan.
Was it?
Remember the one with the red
Kathy
hair?
Kathy Griffin?
The one with the red hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I try to open granola bars and stuff like later on in the show, and I get kind of preoccupied. So that could have been it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, anyway, what happened?
Well, anyway, I found a note that, or whatever, that my girlfriend said she was raped or whatever. And found out a few days later. Just wanted to update you on what happened. It turns out,
Yeah, okay. Now it's all coming back to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I found out a few days later that it was all just a big, charade or whatever. She had made that up because she's some kind of pathological liar.
Didn't you intercept the note in class or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, it turns
Oh, yes.
out she's some kind of a pathological liar.
Right.
And she had told her friends that. But the truth was, it was the guy who was a senior in high school, it was his prom night, and she had snuck out and had sex with him.
Mm-hmm.
In the hotel room.
That was your girlfriend?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so what...
I'm pretty much, that's what happened to me. Yeah, I pretty much, kicked myself in the ass for that.
So
making a fool of myself on national radio,
You're
I'm doing that right now.
You're done with the relationship, though, right?
That's kind of weird. I broke it off. All right, I broke it off. I found out the next day after I called, and I broke it off. And she tried to kill herself. She took 60 Tylenol or something like that.
Did she tell you this?
Excuse me?
Did she tell you that she took them, or did she take
called
them?
from
He
the
intercepted
hospital.
another note.
Yeah. I
She
think that's
called from the
habitual.
hospital?
Yeah, she called. It happened. I found out on a Tuesday, and then she wasn't at school the next day. And then she was in my biology class on the Thursday, and then like she had some like papers of mine because like we were lab partners.
All right.
Like I went to the phone. I went to the phone during that class. You know, I thought she was just skipping school to try to
All right.
avoid me.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
This isn't Dawson's Creek. You know what I'm saying?
Well, anyway, I called her house, and her dad said she's at the hospital.
Okay. Well, listen, Rick, she's got some problems, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't need to, I mean, you wish her well, but you don't need to be a part of that, right?
Yeah, no. Well, that's kind of the trouble. It kind of got me. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on the air. It kind of got me, you know.
Right.
Well, you know what? It matters to you now because you said you're 15 years old, but I tell you what, when you get to be about 22, 23, 24, 25, it doesn't matter anymore because things change, you grow up, and, you know, everybody does stupid stuff.
And your first girlfriend is sort of like, I don't know.
Your first orgasm.
It's like your first car. Okay, your first orgasm. I was going to say, I got my first car. I was like, yeah, I'm going to give this to my kid, and then his kid's going to give it to his kid, and I don't know where the hell that car is now. Now I get a car, you know what I mean? I got fast food in my lap, I'm smoking, I got guys who come in to just vomit in the car and then leave. You don't care anymore when you get older. You know what I mean? It's the same with women. Bruce, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know.
I mean, your first relationship's a very powerful relationship, and you have all these plans, and you think you two are soulmates, and you're going to be together forever, and then you have another relationship, and it's like a little less, and then you have another one, it's a little less. Then you have a good one, and it fools you.
Really
You get back in again, and then you have another couple of bad ones. But you realize eventually that these things sort of come and go, and you'll survive without one. And Rick is in over his head because he's 15, he doesn't know how to cope, and she's nutty. All right.
Can we ask him what he's learned?
No, we got to go to break, although I'm supposed to check in with Amanda. Amanda?
Oh, hi, Adam. Hi, Drew.
Drew's not here. Bruce is here, though.
Oh, Bruce, sorry.
No problem.
Okay, right, I'm really freaking out right now. My parents are going at it when I have a friend over, and, last time this happened, I had nightmares about it. And I, want to get out of here. I don't want to be in the same house while they're, whatever.
Are they having sex?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am dead sure, yeah.
How do you know?
Because I heard them, and my mom told me that me and my friend are supposed to stay at this end of the house.
All right. Could you sneak over to that end and just put the phone by the door?
No,
just set it down. Do you have one of those portable phones?
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
What, do you have to, you have one of those ones where you have to climb the pole like in Green Acres? Go over there with the phone.
No.
Come on.
I'm like on the other end of the house.
All right.
No way.
All right, Amanda.
This is a normal thing, Amanda.
Yeah, we got to go to break, but you're gonna hang on.
Okay.
And I want you to sort of rethink your priorities and your commitment to this show.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Think about all the good we've done.
Okay.
I mean, not me, but Drew and the guests.
You're cool too.
All right, so just hang on.
All right.
And then we're going to hear about this. Kevin's here from Candlebox, and Bruce is here from Riverside, I think. Where do you live?
Redlands.
Redlands, whatever. We'll be back.
Loveline's phone number is 1-800-LOVE-191. Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Michael McKeon, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Yes, you is. Kevin Martin is here from Candlebox tonight. Happy Pills is the name of the CD, out tomorrow. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Bruce is filling in for Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew will be in tomorrow night. Let me give a couple of dates for the Candlebox tour. They're doing more dates than this, but I'm just going to give the ones for the affiliates that we're on in. On the 13th of August? Yeah, because we're past that now. They'll be in Tempe, Arizona. 14th, they'll be in San Diego.
Actually,
did I screw that up?
These are all these dates.
Oh, these are... Wait, what the hell's the date today? All right,
what is this?
Look at that. We'll work that out.
Here? No, that's this month.
Oh, that is this month?
No, you're giving the actual day, the number of the show.
Oh.
It's actually tomorrow.
Oh, it
The
is.
21st is in Tempe.
Oh.
And then San Diego.
Oh, that's what that is. Yeah. Okay. Where's your dad?
Yeah.
All right.
He was in Iran?
What's my dad doing in Israel?
Israel, that's it. Yeah, I remember that one
I
too.
swear to God that wasn't my fault. All right, let me try this again. Candlebox is in Tempe, Arizona tomorrow. That's Tuesday the 21st. And the 22nd, San Diego. 23rd, they'll be in Pomona, California. San Jose, the 24th, 25th in Seattle. They'll be in Portland, Oregon on the 28th. And on the 1st of August, they'll be in Des Moines, Iowa. And on the 3rd, they'll be in Toledo, Ohio. And on the 5th, they'll be in Clarkston, Michigan.
I guess.
Is that Missouri? What's the abbreviation for Michigan? MI?
MI.
And all right, not everyone at once. And then these guys all yell at me through the speaker. I should never ask a question. They're never listening when I really want an answer. And then on the 7th, they'll be in Boston. So that is the Candlebox tour day. And they'll be in other places in between there. We just don't have affiliates in those other places, so I'm not going to mention
So they wouldn't
them.
hear it anyway.
That is right. Amanda,
Yeah.
you're 18.
Yes, I am. I was just wondering, I have just talked to my ex-boyfriend who I broke up with in March, and, like, when I talked to him, everything was really cool, except right now he's, like, kind of hiding from the cops and living with his new girlfriend, and I don't know whether I should, like...
But, I mean, other than that, you guys are going strong?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay, all right.
But I just want to know if I should, like, pursue, like, talking to him or just, like, wait and see if he calls me or like what I should do basically. But
How old is he?
20.
Mm-hmm. And he's a fugitive, and he's living with another girl.
Yeah, well, like it's okay.
Is there a
There's
reward?
like a warrant out for him. They're not like actively looking for him. So, but like I don't know. It's a weird story.
What's the warrant from?
That's like a really big story. He basically is being accused of beating up 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
But he hasn't openly admitted to doing it yet, so
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Is he guilty in your eyes or innocent?
Well, the thing is that I was living up north with my dad when it happened, and I don't know the whole story because he kind of like disappeared, and I had no idea what happened, and then I had to figure out what happened from my friend who's going out with one of his friends.
Right.
And then didn't talk to him for like 3 weeks, and then he called me and basically told me that we had to break up. He had found somebody else who he had been going out with for a week and like hadn't called me yet.
Mm-hmm.
And he was calling me to break up with me, and that was the first I talked to him before
How long had you been involved with him?
almost 2.5 years.
And so you were sexually active with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
And what's the background on your family situation, your relationship with your dad growing up? And
My parents got divorced when I was like 4.5.
did you spend much time with your dad? Much exposure to him growing up?
Not really. My dad moved, we were living up north, and then my dad moved to San Francisco, and then we moved down to Beverly Hills when I was like in kindergarten, so.
Okay. And at what point did you start dating, and have you had a lot of boyfriends?
I had had like 4 before him.
What do you think? Why do you think you have a need for? I mean, it sounds like you're pretty bright and you've got some insight as you talk. I just get the feeling you realize that there's a problem here, being interested in this guy after what's gone on, and the fact that he's got somebody else. And if you have good self-esteem, it would seem like you'd be trying to figure out how far away you could get from a guy like
Up with another woman to set your sights on.
So those are
Well, the only reason he's living with her is because he can't go home because the cops will find him.
Right, but he doesn't have to have sex with her so often, does he?
Yeah.
what's that? Yeah, What's that got to do with
What
you?
is that? Is he just earning his keep over there?
I guess.
Amanda, you're in just a ton of denial.
Well, see,
The guy, he's having sex with the person he's living with.
Yeah, and he cheated on me twice when we were together, and it's just I'm not necessarily like wanting.
Hey, do you got an older sister?
No.
Do you have is there an older adult in your life with common sense?
No, I just wanted to date her. I'm not talking about, I want a woman like this. The
No, it's just
cop
like-
cars behind you, you're shooting over your shoulder, and she's giving you oral sex while you're on the freeway.
I'm dead serious. Is there an older person in your life, whether it's 2 years older or 8 years older, with common sense that you have a relationship with? A non-sexual
no, just my
relation.
friends that are like my age.
All right.
Okay.
They're idiots.
No,
Amanda,
I mean,
hold on a second. Bruce, would you quiet down over there? You're just chasing your own tail. Amanda, what'd your dad do to you?
Nothing.
Huh?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah?
he didn't have to do anything. He just
What'd he
wasn't
do?
involved
Did he
with it.
smack your mom around or something?
Actually, like, not physically, but my mom, like, he was really emotionally abusive to my
Your
mom.
dad's a pretty big a-hole? Yeah.
Well,
He was.
He was,
Of
but
course
yeah.
yeah.
Asshole.
Thanks, Drew. That's Drew. Well, of course Dad's an a-hole because this is the model that Amanda's chosen. Now she's decided to hook herself up with an a-hole. And listen, all you a-hole dads out there, whatever it is you do to your daughter is whatever it is she's going to seek when she becomes of age. Believe me. You smack her around, she's going to hook up with the guy who smacks her around. You drink, she's going to hook up with an alcoholic. You sexually abuse her, she's going to find a guy to sexually abuse her. You're condemning your daughter to whatever horrible behavior you perpetrate on her as a child. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if any dads listen to this show. But...
Well, the thing is...
All right, but hold on, Amanda. Okay. All right, we don't have all night for this. You're smarter than this. The guy is most of the time when people flee the law, there's a certain admission of guilt in the fleeing process.
Just
Yeah.
a little.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If he had nothing to do with these two people whose ass got kicked, he couldn't get to the courthouse fast enough to clear his good name.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's he's violent. He's an a-hole. He's older. He's shacked up with another woman. He's cheated on you. Now, please. Use good common sense, would you?
Yeah.
Forget about your common sense. Use someone else's.
Amanda.
Yours is shot.
Oh.
Forget about her. Listen, well, we don't have all night to save the world.
She needs to find. This is a case where it's like we're not sending everybody to counselor. She needs somebody to stand by her, even if she doesn't find this, if she doesn't, as you'd say, shack up with this guy. There's going to be another guy. There's hundreds of guys like that.
That's right.
She's got the victim.
Placard on her forehead.
So she's going to have to break out of this mold. She needs help. She needs, and with a lot of teenagers,
all right,
having an adult that they have a strong relationship with decreases their risk.
What's wrong with school counselors these days? Are there not school counselors anymore?
Well, first off, I'm guessing Amanda's not in school, and secondly, I always thought that school counselors were just there to sort of, help you with your classes, but I never went. I mean, I wouldn't have dreamt of going to a school counselor with a problem, but you did?
I did, yeah, when I was in high school, yeah.
What problem did you have?
Just all sorts of things when you're growing up. I mean, when I moved to Seattle from Texas at the age of 14, it was a total culture shock for me.
Right.
Coming from an environment of a totally different musical community of what I was growing up with in Texas,
right,
to what Seattle's experiencing, which was the acid rock Led Zeppelin sort of thing, and my appearance was not the appearance of the school that I moved into.
Right.
So I experienced a lot of bullying and stuff like that when I first got to Seattle. So I had a really great counselor that I was able to talk to.
Was it a guy or a girl?
Yeah, it was a guy.
Wow. It never dawned on me to talk to the counselor. I was always trying to avoid them.
Well, that's what they're...
And look what happened.
I mean, they're supposed to have some sort of common sense. I don't know.
All right, but I agree with you. If they can get over these sort of... I think school counselors are sort of stigmatized because they're looked at as an authority figure, and a lot of people don't want to deal with authority figures. That's why everyone hates Drew. But, hey, yeah, if you can reach out to these people, I'm sure they'd be more than happy to help. They'd probably be flattered. But it sounds to me like Amanda?
Yeah?
You're 18. You're out of school 4 years ago, right?
No, I just graduated and I'm going to college in September.
Junior college?
No.
State college, sure. That's like a 4-year junior college.
What college?
Yeah.
Sonoma State.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Just go away to college.
No,
that's
don't
Bruce,
go away.
that's enough.
Is there
going to happen in college?
Oh, just dump
do you have
this
access
guy and
to
go
a
to college.
counselor, a minister, a school counselor from your previous school? Do you have access to somebody that you can sit down and talk to?
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
Okay, talk to him. Gabe, you're 16. She was on the air for 6 minutes, for Christ's sake.
Well, and you were ranting and raving half the time, wasting...
Oh,
sorry, I won't.
Well, you're never coming back. Next time Dr. Drew goes out on vacation, we're going to have Dr. Art Uline in here. Or Dr. Who's the guy from Lost in Space? I'll get him.
That's fine.
Dr. Smith.
You'll fall asleep,
even guys who play doctors on TV are just bad gay actors I'm going to have in here taking your place.
Have Dr. Ruth in here, why don't you?
they had her
Oh,
once.
yeah. Jesus. See, Bruce got me all screwed up. Hold on. I forgot to talk to Amanda. See, Amanda?
Yeah.
You're 17, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, your parents are still getting it on?
Yeah.
Wow, your dad's pretty good.
It's been about 8 minutes.
It's been 8-9 minutes. He must have just started, huh?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't really want to think about it.
How long your parents been married?
20 years.
You're 17 years old?
Yeah.
And your parents have been married for 20 years and they're still going at it like that, huh?
Oh, God, he's 50.
And this bothers you that much?
Yeah, I have nightmares about this.
Why?
I don't know.
Did he ever do anything to you?
No.
Huh?
No, not at all.
What about his horny, drunken brother, Chet?
No.
No.
But, oh, God.
Yeah, see, Drew has a big problem with this. I don't, because I don't have any kids, but Drew thinks that if a kid is exposed to his parents' sort of sexuality, that it screws them up.
It does.
But not at 17, but maybe you got exposed to it all the way
Really
through,
earlier.
right?
Yeah, like when I was like 10.
Right.
Yeah.
But look at it this way, Amanda. Most people that are 17, their parents have been broken up for
Yeah.
9 years. They hate each other's guts.
Yeah.
Your dad's waltzing around with some bimbo he picked up who's a temp at his office, who's
20.
who's 20, and your dad's 57. Your mom's bringing back the guy who mows the lawn for a little servicing.
The pool guy in California.
The pool guy. I mean, it could be worse, right, Amanda?
Yeah, I understand that.
Have you talked to your mother? Are you close with her?
Yeah.
Okay, and so what did she say when you...
Well, I don't really, talk to them about it because they get really, really offended, and I don't know. I just don't know what to do.
They're down on one end of the house and the door's closed, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, why don't you go over there and put the phone up there? Come on.
No.
Come on.
They totally hear me.
Why would they hear you?
Because she, heard me open my door, over on this end of the house, and she came out, and she was like, you guys need to stay on the other end of the house. I was like, okay.
All right. All right, Amanda,
S&M sort of thing.
it could be worse. It really
Yeah.
could. Have you ever seen your dad's Pepe?
Yeah.
You have?
When I was little.
It's huge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See? That's what I tell Drew all the time. And Bruce, I'm going
Armadillos
to
in the
give you the
trousers.
same advice, and then we're going to go to break. You show your young child your penis, okay? When the kid is between 4 and 8, you show them your penis. Now, you don't do it in a real overt way. You don't come running in and yell, it's penis time. You don't tie a cape around it and draw a smiley face on the end of it. You just let them see it casually. You come out of the shower and
Go to the bathroom.
you're drying your hair, and you open the door right when you know the kid's walking down the hall and he sees the penis, and you make sure you chub up first. Then you never let them see the penis again, ever again. So they see your penis one time when they're 5.5. Then their entire life they think their father has the world's biggest penis, because every penis looks huge when you're 5. I mean, the thing's hanging over your head. It's like one of those showers at the beach.
No more of
just
my
the
wife's
thing
coffee for you. That's
hanging
all I
out.
can say.
The point is you never show it again, and then all the kid does is tell all his friends or her friends how big Dad's penis is.
We've moved beyond Freudian analytic psychiatry.
Kevin, I'm right?
He's looking at you like you're a nutcase.
I don't understand that concept, but I...
Wouldn't you like your child thinking you had the world's biggest penis, and then they never get to see it again? All right, how about the opposite? What if your kid thought you had the world's smallest penis? Wouldn't that be a tragedy?
That would scare me.
Okay, well then this is the opposite, therefore it's better.
Adam, I don't think you want your daughter running around school talking about her daddy's penis. That's not good.
I don't want her to bring it up, but if
your son, but not your daughter.
Well, but if your son could kind of
if it came up, wouldn't it be cool? By the time she got to high school, and a couple of her and her 16-year-old buddies were coming over, and you're just standing there, making yourself a sandwich in the kitchen, and they all were looking and giggling. Wouldn't that be cool to know that, hey, Mr. Carolla's hung? That's what I hear. That'd be great. I may even use a fake penis.
You're sick.
Would that be fun?
Boogie Nights.
That'd be the greatest joke in the world to play on your kid. Just go up there with that Boogie Nights prosthetic penis that just hung down to your knee. Let your kid, let him see it one time when he's 6 and never let him see you again. And he could just walk around his entire days until he's 80 thinking his dad had a 17-inch penis. And then, of course,
he'd have a huge inferiority complex.
Yeah, but
that's true.
His never grows that big. Then he could really screw the kid up.
Just as long as you're looking good, that's all. All right, we'll be back.
You have 5 seconds.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
2.
Back in a minute.
1.
All right, Kevin Martin is here from Candlebox. Candlebox has themselves their third CD, and that'd be coming out tomorrow. And I'd say this is a big comeback CD. Well, I don't want to say comeback, but
it's a great.
You feel
CD.
good about it.
This is the album that we always wanted to make, and we didn't. I don't think Candlebox was really truly a band until this record. You know,
Really?
mentally and musically, there's a lot of emotion that can be generated over 7 years of touring together and writing songs together. And you know, everybody says you've got your whole life to write the first record and then a week to write the second one.
Right.
But I think the third one is the type of album where you really find out who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You've experienced the road, you've experienced the ups and downs of radio and television and touring and bands that like you and critics that don't. And,
Right.
you know, you go through a lot of changes. It's kind of like growing up when you're in a band.
How old are you now?
29.
So when the first album hit, you were what, 24? Something?
23.
25? Oh,
Yeah.
so you're pretty young, and it happened pretty fast.
Yeah, well, we started when I was 21,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's, you know, 23. The first album comes out, and by the time I'm 25, I've got a plaque on my wall. It's got 3 platinum albums on it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm on top of the world. So it's a big rush. It's very, very quick, and you're thrown into a totally different environment that you have no idea what to expect.
I'll tell you, I watched those VH1 behind-the-scene things where they chronicle the life of these bands, you know? I was watching Def Leppard last night. I swear to God, I don't care what band they put on, I watch it. I watch David Cassidy from the Partridge Family. Whatever band they chronicle.
Andy Gibb.
Even if Andy Gibb. I'm all over Andy Gibb. I don't listen to any of these people, but I'll always watch it. And it seems to me, and whether it's Zeppelin or Def Leppard or whoever it is, these bands all need, the record people should get them a therapist to travel with them. And actually someone with some training in substance abuse, too, because every one of these bands, these guys, they go from nothing to, limos and strippers and, hotel suites and living in mansions, and they all just self-destruct
Well,
almost
insecurity
immediately.
Anyways. I mean, it's because they're most musicians are insecure. I
Mhm.
mean, one of the reasons that you get into a band is to get attention.
Right.
When you're young. I mean, when I was 13, when I first started playing in bands, when I was playing drums, I wanted to play drums in front of people because I wanted girls to like me.
Right.
So, I mean, it starts out as an insecurity, and then some people grow out of it, and other people don't. A lot of bands get lost in it.
But it's a tough time, and Bruce, you'd agree with this, chronologically, for all this to hit. I mean, when you're 21, 22, 23, and all of a sudden, that's when all the money, and that's when all the fame, and that's when everything gets thrust in your lap. If it happened when you were 33, 32, 33, 34, I don't think it would be as bad. I think there's a certain biology where you're humping everything in sight and you're doing every drug you can squeeze in your nose or your ass, or you're doing whatever you can do. And every time I see one of these bands chronicle, there's always one guy that goes off the deep end and kills himself and gets into some sort of, alcohol-induced coma because they just don't know. They're like the world is their candy store and they go insane. That's why I like this idea of the therapist physician traveling with the band.
It wouldn't work.
Oh,
No.
and you know why? Because 10 minutes into it, the shrink would be banging groupies and doing blow. Gabe.
Yeah.
You're 16.
Uh-huh.
What's going on?
Well, I got a little problem.
Good.
Yeah, okay, I'm sexually active, but yet I seem to masturbate at least like 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah.
Like, I was just wondering, is that abnormal or like...
Well, it's a little light.
What do you mean?
Did you hurt your hand or something?
Nah.
4 or 5 times.
Like, I don't know. It's like sometimes I don't even need to masturbate, and I'll make myself do it.
No, you will not.
Yeah, it's like I'll be.
Oh, you mean you make yourself masturbate?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant you'd make yourself orgasm through some sort of mental
I wish I could do
telepathy. Yeah.
But no, it's like I'll have nothing to do, and like I'll just lay down and just start beating it.
Right. Okay.
And it's like
That's good.
no, it's like I have nothing to do, and that'll be my alternative, just like to masturbate.
Yeah. You got to get cable.
I have cable, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Still got nothing to do. Who are you sexually active with?
My girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
How
How's
old
that
is
going?
your girlfriend?
What?
How old?
She's 16 too.
Okay, and how old were you when you started having sex?
Excuse me?
How old were you when you started
I was
having
15,
sex?
and she was 15 too.
How often you having sex?
Well, that's a totally different story. But last time I had sex was about 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh. You using protection?
Of course.
How about when you have sex?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a little trick question there.
Well,
All right, so you want to cut down on the masturbation?
yeah, but I don't know, it's like, is it abnormal or to do it that many times a day or what?
Well, it's healthy, but you're 16.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're 16 and you just have begun your masturbatory tour, it's like, wow, what the hell was I thinking the last 15 years?
No,
I was some kind of idiot.
For years, though.
I was making up for not masturbating in the womb. Forget about time spent on the earth.
Mm-hmm. Is it possible to like, one of my friends said it was possible to like, one time in your life if you produce too much sperm when you're little, to like, you won't be
Gabe,
able to.
your friends are all idiots.
Don't listen to your friends.
Don't listen to your friends.
All right.
You understand?
Are any of them PhD Doogie Howser?
No.
No, I didn't know. Listen.
No. All right. Keep masturbating. If you think you're doing it too much, just cut back just a little.
Well, it sounds like you feel like you're preoccupied with it a bit, and it's...
That's all I think about sometimes.
Right, so there's something more going on here, and without getting into whether or not you're obsessive-compulsive or other issues, you know what, I'd be interested in your home, family relationships, the things
mom's
which are
pissed.
like...
I mean,
Everything here at home's all right, though.
all right. Where do you masturbate? In the shower?
Wherever.
Wherever.
Like,
All right.
when I was a freshman in high school, I used to just bust it out at school and no one would know.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in class?
Yeah.
No, you never did.
I put down, yes.
No, you never had an orgasm in class.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
see?
teacher would send me to the kill. I would deliberately be bad just so I could, like, go to a corner of the class. No one would see me. Just do my thing.
Okay, that's...
So Gabe does need to see
Yeah.
somebody and talk to somebody. This sounds like it's been a problem. And
I think he does, yeah. Right. And, all right.
one of the few times
what?
when you consider masturbation maybe a little
Yeah,
bit.
listen, if I say it's excessive, you got a problem. It's like Timothy Leary going, hey, easy, boy. Easy with them drugs.
Too many
You're going to hurt yourself. Yeah, no, you got a problem.
Loveline. Be right back in a minute.
Hi, this is Miles.
Joey.
And Tony from Fastball, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, you know, one of our favorite games here on Loveline is Guess the Band by the names of the guys in it. We always get lost throwing on. Kevin Martin's here from Candlebox, and we'll take a little 10-second top of the hour break, and we'll be right back.
This is Loveline on Radio Station.
And then there'll be a tour and all sorts of good stuff. Phone number, 1-800-LVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. Dr. Bruce is a friend of Dr. Drew's, and he's sitting in for him tonight. Dr. Drew will be back tomorrow night. Dr. Bruce is as qualified as Dr. Drew is. I mean, you know, he doesn't have the verbal skills that Drew has, but he certainly knows what he's talking about. If he could only convey those thoughts, he'd be one hell of a radio sidekick.
This guy's an asshole.
All right, Drew, please, enough. And by the way, before Bruce gets in and defends himself, a request was made, and I forgot about this. Usually when Drew's absent, we play the Dr. Drew Shuffle or the Dr. Drew Boogie, but Mike, could we hear a couple of good Drew drops first? You have any good ones in there? You have them on the computer now?
This guy is an asshole.
About 1 week ago, I masturbated and accidentally got semen in my eye. Since then, my eye has been itchy, red, and swollen.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
too embarrassed to tell my doctor what happened. I recently went to a fraternity party and got really drunk. I randomly hooked up with a guy and we had sex. Ever since I stopped taking Depo-Provera, I've been lactating. You're fat. You're overweight. You're gay. Faggot better run. When I was 14, I tried to be straight, or I thought I should be straight, and I was confused. You know.
It never gets old. Hey, let me hear Faggot Better Run one more time, Mike, please.
When I was 14, faggot better run. Faggot better run.
There's just nothing better than Faggot Better Run.
That's it.
You know,
quite a drop there.
That is Drew.
I hope he's reading something.
Michelle Indegiacello was in here.
Oh, the lyrics.
And he was reading one of her lyrics. I don't know. But it was great hearing the Faggot Better Run. I knew that was golden immediately, and Mike carded it up. So, now, Mike, do you want to hear the boogie or the shuffle? The boogie? All right. Well, something engineer Mike put together. An homage to Dr. Drew. Oh, it is a new version. Yeah. Sort of new? Well, listen, everyone who hears it is stoned, and it was 6 months ago, so go ahead.
Ow! Get down, asshole. You're gay. You're fat. You're sick. If I find you, have sex with me. Gee, it hurts. Have sex with me. Faggot better have sex with me. I want to have sex with me. I was bored, so I had anal sex. Gee, it hurts. Still a virgin. Tried to be straight. I thought I should be straight. I was confused. You know, pee on this makes me sick. Hurts when I urinate. Makes me sick. Anal sex makes me sick. This guy's penis makes me sick. I've had anal sex, but felt no effect. I got these lesions. Gee, it hurts. Still a virgin. Makes me sick. It's called intimacy. Can I say that? You're fat. You're gay. Confused. You're sick. You're overweight. You're still a virgin. You're dysfunctional. Not acceptable.
Dr. Drew's right.
Oh, Mike.
Too much time on his hands.
Yeah. Burning the midnight oil. Or he's burning something when he did that. But came out good. Very nice. That's why he is the one wonder, everybody.
That's your form of entertainment.
That's good, yeah. Never gets old. Never gets old. It's
What
like
does Drew think of
me
that?
farting. Huh?
What does Drew think of that?
He tolerates it. We usually play it. I mean, he doesn't have much of a choice, and then we usually just play it when he's out of town or something. So, you
he
know,
can't hear it.
What's he going to do? Matt,
Yeah.
you're 16.
Uh-huh.
What's going on?
Not much.
You want to ask Kevin a question?
Yeah, how'd you get the title Happy Pills?
The title of the record came, it's actually one of the songs on the album, and when I was growing up, as a child, I was extremely excitable and aggressive and always running all over the place, and my parents used to ask me if I was on Happy Pills or something. It's kind of a Midwest sort of thing, and it developed into a song title, and then the song kind of developed a character of its own, lyrically. And so as an album title, we thought it was just, you know, it kind of had something to do with the unbridled passion of the record and the energy of the album and you know, how rock and roll tends to be somewhat aggressive, and especially in the Candlebox camp. So it just happens to be an album title that is a title track from the record.
Hey, Matt?
Yeah?
You in a band?
I kind of play the guitar, just starting out.
Yeah. You got a guitar there?
Yeah.
You want to play something?
Come on, man.
A little smoke on the water?
This is national radio, bro.
There's
A&R people in this town. You might get signed.
do you know any licks?
I just know a few things, not that great.
All right, well, how's your look? That's the important thing. You got a good look?
What do you mean?
You know.
Long hair.
Long hair.
The grunge hippie look?
Whatever. Is it good? Does it work?
Yeah, it's alright.
What are you going for, the ska thing?
Nah, I'm in the more speed metal.
Right on.
I like guys who go for the white Rasta look.
Yeah, that's a
always
good look,
nice.
yeah.
It's like, hey,
do you have the
you're,
big long goatee and the black hair?
Nah, not yet.
No. But you got a guitar there, Matt?
Yeah.
Why don't you do a little lick? Who do you cover? Do you know any licks?
I know little parts of song like AC/DC.
All right, which song?
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Back in Black, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was one of their bigger hits. Why don't you play that one?
Alright, may sound a little...
You got your guitar there?
Yeah.
Is it all plugged in?
Yep.
Crank it.
It's acoustic though.
Oh, wait a minute.
So this is the
Unplugged
Hootie
plug.
version of
Unplugged,
AC/DC. Give it to us.
All right. See, kind of.
That was great.
No, I was there.
Bad. It's better than I could.
I'm nervous. Can't play.
That's good, man.
Do you have
Keep
anything
playing.
you could plug in?
Nah, my friend's borrowing my electric one.
You need to get that stuff back. Don't ever let your friends borrow the electric stuff.
And Adam, you rock it, the saxophone, man.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I play many
Wait a
instruments.
second, wait a second.
What, he has a question?
Yeah.
What, he asked already?
Please, can I talk to him? Matt.
Yeah, this is for Bruce. Is snorting Ritalin dangerous?
Yeah, snorting Ritalin is Ritalin's a stimulant drug. It's as dangerous as snorting speed, which is methamphetamine.
But is taking Ritalin as dangerous as taking speed?
Okay, when you're prescribed Ritalin or things like Adderall, which is amphetamine, for attention deficit disorder or attention deficit with hyperactivity disorder, you're taking a therapeutic dose on a controlled schedule, and you're treating what's perceived to be a neurotransmitter imbalance. When you're snorting these drugs, you're taking usually much larger doses in an uncontrolled setting. So the side effects of these drugs are increasing your blood pressure, your heart rate. People have strokes.
Bruce?
Yeah.
Why do they give you speed for hyperactivity? How come that works? Is that like when you put out an oil well fire, you blow it up?
No.
You know, use more fire?
No, think of it in terms of the individual that's hyperactive or has an attention problem. The brakes don't work. So this is something you're stimulating another system that slows down.
No.
No.
To me, that's like if you have diarrhea, so we're going to give you an enema. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense.
That works, though, doesn't it?
It does? Yeah, but who's going to administer that?
There's a lot of people in California.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to check the LA Weekly. That's enough. Don't snort Ritalin. That's good.
Is he snorting Ritalin?
I don't
He's
know.
listening to speed metal.
He probably is.
You know what? I mean,
Careful, Matt.
Yeah.
Kay?
Yeah.
You're 16.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Matt, don't snort anything. Don't snort anything. There you go. Kay?
Hi.
What's going on?
I have a question for the doctor. I guess a couple of days ago, I noticed I had soreness down by my vagina, and there's a bump. It's not a visible bump, but if you feel it, it kind of feels like a swelling gland, and it's sore, and the surrounding areas are sore, and it kind of gets sore when I'm walking.
Are you sexually active?
Yes.
Okay. You need to have a pelvic exam. You have glands down there, and the swelling in that area. There's a Bartholin cyst is one of the things that can swell, but in any case, you need to have a pelvic exam. You have to have a physician examine that. That can be done in an emergency department, an urgent care setting, or your physician's office.
How old's your boyfriend?
I don't have a boyfriend right now.
Oh, who are you being sexually active with?
I haven't been for a few months now, but I have been, really.
Uh-huh. And are you on birth control?
No.
What are you using for protection?
Condoms?
And you've not been examined before?
No.
Never had a pelvic exam?
No.
You're supposed to get those when you become sexually active, right?
Right.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want my mom to know.
Yeah. Okay. And in
she's not gonna, right?
Parents don't have to know. If you're seeking treatment for a sexually related issue, for depression, for drug abuse, you don't need your parents' consent. And what state do you live in?
I live in California.
Okay. It's clearly in California. At 16, you can be seen without parental consent.
And does it sound, should I be concerned about it?
Oh, well, I would be concerned about it because if you've been sexually active and you have swelling in that area, clearly that could be a sexually transmitted disease-related problem. And the only way to know what's really going on is to have the pelvic exam.
I have a theory. I know it's a little outlandish, but I'm thinking a piece of his penis may have broken off inside of her. Is that possible?
No.
No. You never hear about that?
I have never heard of that.
Okay. All right. You know, my thing is
are there free clinics in California for?
Oh,
kids
hell
too?
yes,
Right.
for kids.
Is there a number that these kids can call to find out where there's one located?
Well, county health department is a place to start.
Mm-hmm.
County health department's anonymous. They do.
Well, can't they just go
HIV
to
testing.
Planned Parenthood?
You can go to Planned Parenthood.
Believe me, you go down to one of these county health departments, you never come out. You get involved, there's some sort of big semi-truck. They go through those doors. You go through the doors, and then they take you off to a military testing facility, and you're never heard from again.
I've heard of that.
Oh, hey, Bruce, why don't you read the no, on the side of the computer.
Oh.
Read the number on there. All right. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a call. Kim,
Yeah.
you're 18.
Yeah.
You're on with Kevin from Candlebox.
Okay.
Hi, Kim.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I just actually had a question for the doctors.
For which doctor? Dr. Bruce or Dr. Kevin?
It don't matter.
What is it?
Well, I've been curious. I've been going out with my boyfriend for about a year and a half, and he was my first, and I was just curious, because he's never wanted to tell me how many people he's been with. And do you think he should tell me how many people he's been with?
He's how old?
He's 21.
Mm-hmm. You get the feeling it's been a few people?
Yeah, few parties, few drinking, you know.
So while you've been with him?
No.
Oh.
This is like way before we were even going out.
This is...
I mean, I really don't care what their names are. I just think I have a right to know how many he's been with, and he thinks it's too personal for me to...
Well,
Nothing
it's
to say.
obviously it's become an issue, and at this point, it's going to become a bigger issue.
How long have you been sexually active with him?
A year.
A year.
How long?
Maybe you were his first.
Huh?
Maybe you were his first.
Go ahead and think that. Kim,
No, I know I wasn't his...
are you using protection?
Yes, I am.
What?
Birth control.
All right. So, but he's not wearing a condom at this point.
No.
Okay. So it's sort of academic. I mean, whatever it is he has, you got, right?
Well, I really don't, I'm not worried about any sexual diseases or anything. I just
Right.
feel like...
Even worse. Even worse.
You're concerned that the patterns that he's had in terms of his sexual
No.
activity might continue after you.
No, she's not. She's just a woman, and she's digging. She's looking for trouble.
Yep.
No, I think.
Oh,
you,
no.
You sense something about him that concerns you in terms of trust.
Yeah, it's not that I don't trust him. It's just, I just think I should know. I think he should be able to share anything with me anyways.
Yeah, but listen, I'm telling you, this is a dark road that has a very ugly end to it. And there's no good that can possibly come from this.
There isn't.
Because if he said 3 girls, you'd be pissed. And if he said 30 girls, you'd be more pissed. And you're going to use it, Kim.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now that you
I'm going to use it against...
whether you're aware of it or not, the only reason you want an answer to this question is so that you can stir things up.
Because I'm just curious where I stand in his
Where you
sexual...
stand is that you're with him
Yeah.
now, and you've been with him for a year, and that's where you are. I think that's all that really matters.
Kim?
Huh?
Have you had other relationships?
Yeah.
And did you look for reasons to screw those up too at a certain point?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
There
And
you go.
where's your dad?
He's here.
Mm-hmm. Is he divorced from your mom?
Uh-uh.
And why do you have some sort of abandonment issue? You're looking to stir things up.
I don't know.
Something going on. You lose anybody?
My nephew. I lost my nephew, but
Yeah. How long ago was that?
about 5 months ago.
Yeah. Did this coincide with that at all?
Huh?
How would you shut up, Bruce, and let me? Don't guffaw at me.
Fishing.
Damn right, I'm fishing, and I'm pulling up some trophies.
Oh, okay. Bet some cigarettes here.
What are we in prison? Hey, shut Bruce's mic off. Wait, Mike, are you there? All right, try talking to your mic, Bruce. Okay, good. That's perfect. Perfect. Hey, Kim.
Huh?
All right. Listen, I don't want to spend any more time. I'm self-conscious now because of Bruce, but you know you're looking for trouble. Don't go down this road.
Okay.
Okay.
I also have one more question.
What?
I'm like really open with sexual things, and I want to bring just another girl into the relationship.
See?
I want to like play with the girl or something.
Thank you.
know?
See, you're done with this relationship, and you're ready to tear it apart.
I just want to bring it in to
Right.
have him experience it.
Right.
'Cause
So
I've
you
done
can
it before.
you can
So you
watch
can use it
him
against
being
him.
with her, and then you can get pissed at him next time you look
I
at
just
him.
want it to be with me and her, and he watches.
And that's the end of the
You know what I mean? And then I'll just play
Listen,
with her. And
Kim, why don't you just bring a grenade into the relationship? That do less damage. I'm serious. If you're, I got nothing against threesomes. I watch these movies on, all the time where there's like, but you know how it starts is there's two lesbians going at it, and then a guy comes in, and they're always really hot for the guy.
Accidentally
It's like
stumbles onto it.
According to pornography, women are only lesbians because they can't find a penis. The second
the
a
moment.
penis walks into the room, they're like, "Oh, thank God! I thought I was going to have to eat bush the whole night. Thank God a penis came into the room." But Kim, you're looking to screw this relationship up because if you're really committed to somebody and you're in a relationship, the idea of a third party coming in a sexual way is only going to lead to trouble.
so it wouldn't be good to ask him then. It really shouldn't matter, no matter what then.
Well, if he's listening, he's probably going to put a hit on me. But here's the deal: you're looking to end the relationship, so you might as well go out with a bang or a lick or something.
Relationships don't survive threesomes. Okay, first of all, that's like the universal curse on the relationship. And secondly, everything she's asked about, all the sexual, what his sexual practices have been, and she wants to have a threesome. It sounds like there's some major.
She's looking to blow the thing up.
But maybe she doesn't want to continue the relationship. Maybe she wants to have something casual with this guy.
I don't. You may be right, but I don't think she's in touch enough with anything to get at that. I think.
Let's not go there, then.
I think she's been with him for a year, and she's going to stir it. She wants to stir it up. Don.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Not much. I have a question.
Yeah.
What age do males and females reach their sexual prime?
For males, it's 14. For women, it's 57. Oh, yeah.
I thought it was the other way around.
No. Now, males hit their sexual peak 13 and a half, 14. Women hit it. When does menopause set in usually, Bruce?
40s.
Late 40s? I'd say early 50s usually sets in.
I thought it was something like 18 and 30 for females or something.
Well, here's the thing. I got a theory on this, Don.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's got your number.
Yeah. Women allegedly get hornier as they get older. Like the same woman is going to be hornier at 30 than she is at 18. But here's the deal. I hate to sound crass or sexist or anything like that.
You
but
hate to?
Well, it doesn't pain me that badly. But the deal is it's like this. Brand new Corvette goes for what, 45, 50,000? And one with 100,000 miles on it goes for 18, 19,000. And it's been around the block a few times. Do you know what I'm saying here, Bruce? Because I know you enjoy the automobiles. I see Kevin looking at the car magazine here, so I think I'd get a car analogy. But women, when they're 17, 18, are at the peak of their game. I mean, they're never more in demand. They're in high school or college, and they got a bunch of horny guys chasing them left and right, and they can have their pick of the litter, and they can be as picky as they want to be. They really can. They can take their time. They can hold out. They can do anything they want. But when you're 32, 33, 34, been through a couple of bad marriages, popped out a few kids, the ass isn't what it used to be, all of a sudden you ain't as picky. And the reason you're not as picky is because the demand is not as great for you. It's true. It's sad, but it's true, and that's why you start lowering your standards a little, and you start having more sex. And all of a sudden, hey guys, you want to know how this works? Go to your high school reunion. Wait till you go to that high school reunion.
20-year reunion.
Yeah, and you see what the woman who wouldn't look at you at 18 is now how she looks at you at 38. Believe me, you just want a guy who's not going to be drunk and not going to smack you around by the time you get to that age.
How did we get here from the question?
Yeah.
I took us.
There's two of us. We both agree. You're
No.
You're going off.
Kevin's with me, right?
Yeah.
See? He knows we're not going to play his next song unless he agrees.
He's reading the car magazine.
All right.
Can we ask Don a question? I mean,
no.
Okay.
Don, you
Yo.
understand that?
Yeah.
You followed that, huh? Then there's nothing I can do to help.
How
you
old's
if you
Don?
followed that. He's
Don,
18.
Don's 18.
18, so you should start hanging out at the old folks' home and stuff.
Right. Go find yourself go find a woman who's
57-year-old
newly
woman.
divorced. Those
Yeah.
divorcee women, they're extra horny.
No, you know what? People should have to have a license to have sex. I mean, there's too much. Don needs to find a stable relationship and hopefully get married and then worry about having sex. And that's just, I mean, me saying that's probably people are going, whoa, this guy's crazy. But
They're saying that about 10:30, Bruce. I got news for you.
No, but truly, in seeing patients and working with teenagers especially, as far as teenagers go, having sex is a recipe for disaster. The earlier you have sex, the more trouble there is later on.
Yeah.
When you decide to get married or get into an established relationship.
Thank God no one would have sex with me when I was in high school. You see how adjusted I came out? All right. Kevin is here from Candlebox. We're going to hear something off of the new Candlebox CD, and Bruce may or may not be here when we get back.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. The phone number is 1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back.
All right. Kevin Martin is here from Candlebox. I swear to God we're going to hear something else off of the new record. I got to talk to Samantha. Samantha's 12, and we'll hear her problem. Samantha?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey. I got a question for Dr. Bruce.
Uh-huh.
I'm in my first trimester, and I've been having some spotting, and I was wondering if that was normal.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 12.
Okay, well, you're in a high-risk situation to begin with, being pregnant at 12. And how far along exactly in the first trimester?
About a month.
Okay, it's common. It's also very common to lose pregnancies, and a large percentage are lost. You didn't know you were pregnant, and people think they're having a period, and they actually were pregnant. So there's really nothing you can do. You should be checked. Do you know if you're Rh positive or negative? Okay.
What's Rh?
It's like an antibody thing in the blood. So
why is it dangerous to be pregnant when you're 12 if you can get pregnant when you're 12? What kind of plan was that God had?
Well, I don't think he had the.
He didn't have that plan?
To get pregnant when you're 12.
Yeah, but
Things
why
are
did
still,
he make it you capable of being pregnant?
Am I
when you're
God's
12?
representative now? You're asking me to interpret.
You're the closest one.
So anyway, are you seeing a doctor?
I haven't done anything
So you did
yet.
like a home pregnancy test?
Yeah, I just found out.
How old's your boyfriend?
He's 27.
Oh, all right. That sounds good.
Okay, so it's important, first of all, and again, you can go to a family planning clinic. You can go to an emergency room. Do you have a doctor or access to a doctor?
Well, yeah.
You live at home? Your parents know you're pregnant?
No, they don't know yet.
Okay, you live with who?
My parents.
Biologic mom and dad?
Well, my mom.
Okay.
And my stepdad.
Stepdad. What'd your stepdad do to you?
Well, from when I was 6, he would have sex with me.
Right. Yeah. I knew something was going on. Before we go on, people blame the stepdad for this, and he should be, because he's the perpetrator. But as I've said many a time, there's a pedophile a-hole on every corner, and it took Mom to go out and find this guy and bring him in to the den, to bring the coyote in to look after the little chicklets, and that's what happened here. So as big a scumbag as this guy is, your mom is not much better. Is she aware of this?
Yeah.
And what has she done about this?
She hasn't done anything.
Perfect. So he's still there?
Yeah.
Has this been reported? Have you ever talked to a counselor about any of it?
No.
Okay.
My mom would get mad.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You're No, boy. So what grade are you in at 12?
I'm in 7th.
7th. And what about this boyfriend of yours who's 27? Don't you think that's maybe a little bit old for you?
Well, I guess.
Well, do you have any feelings on that?
Not really.
Well, maybe what kind of van does he drive? What's this guy do? Does he work around metal?
No, he works for my stepdad.
Ouch.
What kind of business is that? Contractor?
No, he's a lawyer.
No, please.
My stepdad, not my boyfriend.
I thought that was sort of a figurative thing when they effed everybody. I didn't.
Your stepdad is a lawyer?
Mm-hmm.
Really? And what does this guy
I think
do?
It's time to.
Yeah, so at least he's familiar with the court system.
Okay, so Samantha, how overwhelmed have you felt the last? When did you find out you were pregnant?
Just a couple of days ago.
Okay, and it's probably extremely tough to. A lot of feelings coming up.
Yeah.
Scared, depressed.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you're close to that's older, that's an adult, that
not
is
an attorney, not involved with the law?
Not really.
Okay.
You don't have any friends, older sister, or something like that?
No, I don't have any sisters.
How about an aunt?
We live kind of isolated from the rest of my family. They all live back east.
Where's your real dad? Is he back east?
No, he killed himself when I was 2.
No, boy.
Okay, is there any substance abuse going on in the home right now? Stepdad or mom drinking or using any drugs?
My mom.
Is alcoholic?
No, she does drugs.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
All right. I think I should talk to her off the air. What do you think?
All right. What are you going to do? You got anything planned? I think Bruce is stumped. Hey, Samantha, do you want to keep your child?
I don't know what I'm going to do.
See, Bruce, I'm scared because Bruce is like born again, and he's going to want you to keep the kid. And I'd like you to have an abortion personally, or give it up for adoption. What about that? Well, how can you even? It's dangerous. She should have an abortion, right? You can't have a 12-year-old going to class pregnant, can you? What is that puss for, Bruce?
I don't know where you. Well,
don't
to my wife
you
about
think
this
she
coffee.
should? Don't you
I'm
think
not
she should have an
thinking about
abortion?
abortion or not abortion. I'm thinking about just talking to her a little bit more and trying to find her some help.
Okay.
She's in a real tough situation.
All right, you talked to her off the
Scary
air.
enough, she'd reach out to you.
Oh, no, she's reaching out to us.
She's reaching out.
Mostly Kevin. Hey, Samantha, your stepfather's worse than any criminal he may ever defend. And this guy who calls himself your boyfriend is the only guy who's worse than him is your stepfather. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They're both criminals and they're both despicable. And even though you feel that you're grown up, I mean, even though you feel that you're somewhat responsible because you were possibly a willing participant, not with what your stepfather did to you, but maybe the attention of this older guy, does not make you at all responsible. You understand? You're a kid. And in the eyes of the law, you're going to be a kid for another 6 years. And these guys have been adults for a long time, at least chronologically. Emotionally, I think you could make an argument against that. But they're both criminals, and you're the victim, right? They're criminals, you're the victim. It's no different than somebody shooting you at a 7-Eleven. You're just as responsible. You understand? Now, you need to report this. And not to your drugged-out mom, either. She's the, you know what I mean? She's the last person to talk to. You got to talk to somebody. The first person you can talk to is Bruce. Bruce?
You know what? Right now you don't need any more stress, and we're not going to make you, I can't make you do anything. I just want to talk to you. And I'll tell you, if I were you, I'd feel like adults were all crazy and not to be trusted. And, what I found is it's sometimes such a huge relief when you're 12 or 14 and you've been victimized, abused, molested, to find out there are adults you can trust. And I think one unfortunate thing with all the exposés and all the media hype about, ministers or police or people that are in positions of authority that aren't trustworthy, the majority of people in these positions are trustworthy. Doctors.
Oh, yes. Listen,
police,
I just read a study that said 55% of Catholic priests are not pedophiles. 55. I mean, it wasn't even...
I
Okay.
think it's less than 5%. It's
All
greater
right,
than
Bruce,
95%.
go in the other room and talk to her, would you? Okay, we're going to feel bad coming off this with a song, but...
Yeah, can we take another call before?
yeah, but now Bruce is in the other room.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just make a little idle chatter about what's wrong with the world, and then we'll go into the song.
How lovely of a place we're living in.
Well, the point is the second she said, I'm 12 and I'm pregnant and the guy's 27, naturally I went to, what'd your dad do to you?
I can't believe
and
he's a
then
lawyer,
what'd
though.
your stepdad do to you?
I can't believe he's a lawyer.
Usually these guys who perpetrate these crimes are not what you call your white-collar types. They're usually guys who work at muffler shops.
Yeah.
Guys who are trying to get a engine that is too big for whatever car they want to put it into that car. Yeah. That is usually the MO of these guys. But once in a while, and this happened, I think, last week, where some guy was a psychiatrist, and he was up to God knows what with his own daughter. But that impulse as a male adult to do something to a 6-year-old child is so, I can't even...
I can't fathom it.
I can't fathom it.
No,
if you're even close to healthy, you'd sooner just dig you'd go to the Monsters of Rock festival. You'd go to one of those portable outhouses, and you would dig your hand deep into the murk that lies beneath the seat and grab a handful and shove it into your own mouth faster than you would do this.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be my impulse before it struck me that I should take a 6-year-old and be sexual with her.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
All right, now speaking of buckets of crap, we're going to go to a Candlebox. No, this is a slightly smoother transition. Well, let's just forget the conversation. So everyone cleanse your mind. Are we going to rock out here?
Yeah, I think we are.
All right, this is
some rock and roll.
10,000 Horses. Hey, that's rock and roll from Candlebox.
Woo!
Jesus, that's good. Bruce, you hear that?
I liked it.
No, you got off the phone with Samantha?
Right.
You didn't do anything, really? Okay. We're going to go to break, and then Bruce will explain how much more damage he caused in the other room. We'll be back.
I feel so liquidy. Really? Why?
You're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline will be right back.
Yeah. Kevin Martin is here from Candlebox. Bruce, you're quite an enigma, but you're into guitars and cars, and for that I love you.
Oh.
And we're just talking about cars. I was telling Bruce.
Welcome.
Telling Bruce that everyone's got a beef about Tommy Lee because he beat his wife and stuff, but he let me drive his Testarossa after the show one night.
I'd excuse wife beating for that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, you got to prioritize, right?
Absolutely.
Guy let me
You should
drive
have let
his...
the judge drive it.
He let me, I took it around the block. Driving that car, though, and it's built. That's a funny thing, too. It's like, you already got an exotic Italian 12-cylinder automobile, which is basically like a 12-cylinder engine with wheels in it. The engine is right behind your head. You rest your engine on, you rest your head on like the flywheel of that car. It is so close to your back, and it is so powerful. But he naturally has the exhaust and the cams and the air cleaners and whatever else he's got on the thing. And it's like driving a Formula car. I don't know how you could drive that around as an everyday car, but nice enough to let me take it a spin,
he
spin
doesn't
around
now.
Culver City.
His
No,
ex-wife's got it.
She's got it.
he's driving the laundry cart now. Debbie.
Hi. Hi, Adam and Bruce and Kevin. Kevin, I love your music so much.
Thank
and-
you.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh, very much so. And then, Bruce, did you say that you live in Redlands?
Yeah.
I'm next door in Ucaipa.
Oh.
About as boring as it gets.
Meth.
So,
The meth capital.
Meth capital.
Exactly.
No, the mayor won't like that. Huh?
Are you making meth?
That's more hysteria.
Ah.
But anyways, for callers like Samantha, all these girls that have been raped and abused, there's it's the only 24-hour national toll-free hotline for rape, abuse, and incest national network. Sorry, and it's 1-800-656-HOPE, and that's really good. It's helped a lot of kids with that, and there's a lot of girls I hear almost every night that need that number.
Why don't you repeat that?
1-800-656-HOPE, HOPE.
How do you know about that?
I'm a big Tori Amos fan, and she because she was raped.
That's what I knew. I knew that was familiar. Because we've had Tori on the show a couple of times, and I remember her with working that campaign about a year and a half ago.
She's so talented.
Yeah, I keep getting newsletters because we contribute to that, and it's amazing how many girls don't know where to turn.
Yeah,
right.
They don't.
They shouldn't turn to you, but.
Well, all right, listen, wise ass. The point. Here's the irony: the women who've never been raped before would know exactly what to do if they got raped.
Yeah.
Or I know that sounded like I just went in a circle there, but what I mean is when you take somebody, you start raping them when they're 6, and now they're 13, they don't even know which way's up.
No.
Yeah.
They think it's just a normal part of life.
Yeah.
Debbie, can you explain to Samantha that she's been raped? Because in her mind, she has a 27-year-old boyfriend. She's 12, and she's pregnant by someone that's in love with her. How do you?
Well, even if she doesn't see it as rape, she knows that it's abuse, and with her stepfather, whether it's a stepfather or a natural father, that's still incest.
But it's the.
And unless the guy's a producer, it is rape.
Child's mind too.
Yeah.
That's what's so horrible about it is the victimization that occurs where an adult male in this situation.
Father figure of sorts.
Right.
Yeah.
It's on so many different levels. It's horrible, but the male knows that he's going to create a situation in the mind of the 12-year-old or 14-year-old where they feel that they're truly in love and the guilt and.
Listen, one death is not good enough for these guys. I swear to God, if I saw them get run over and die, I would have Dr. Bruce run over with a crash cart and bring them back to life so I could kick them in the nuts one more time.
Exactly, that's exactly
It's
how
just not enough. They should really die. It's not fair that Carl Sagan died once and that these guys are going to die once. These guys should die 50 times. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
What do you want, Debbie?
That wasn't my question. I just wanted to get that out there.
Well, that was a great number to give out there. That's 1-800-656-HOPE.
Yeah, I think you guys should keep giving it out, too, because...
All right, would you write that down on the side for Drew?
Thank you.
Bruce never coming back, but at least his legacy will live on. No, don't write it there. Write on the side of the computer.
Tell me.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, Debbie, that's enough out of you.
Right, she had a question.
Wait, I had a question.
How she should approach your brother who you know that he's on drugs?
Yeah.
How old is he?
20.
All right.
A couple days ago, my mom found a paper from a long time ago with all this stuff that he wanted to quit doing, and he wanted to stop using marijuana and quit using inhalants, and he doesn't know that I know because I was house sitting for
He wrote like a note. He made a laundry list of things he had to quit.
Yeah, he found it. She found it in his backpack, and then she found another backpack full of stuff that's like where to call if you're having problems growing your pot plants or whatever. And
Okay.
he doesn't know I know, and I don't know if I should be mad at him or be disappointed or play dumb and see if he'll tell me. He's been lying to me for a long time about this.
Why don't you just confront him in a non-accusatory kind of way? Just tell him, look, you're my brother. I'm concerned. That's all.
That's what I was thinking.
All right. Go do that. I mean, I don't mean to dismiss you too fast, but I want to squeeze in another call here. Just talk to him and don't attack him. And just be his friend. I mean, the thing is people get so nervous about confronting people for things that there's nothing but love in their heart.
Yeah, that's why they're doing
Why are you confronting your brother? You're only confronting him because you care about him. So that's a pure motive.
Exactly.
Just go in with that. Don't worry about a different angle.
You're not going to talk to him.
Right.
I sound like Dr. Drew.
Yeah, that's good.
You guys are doing a good job.
All right.
I've trained you well.
All right, I just want to take some poor saps that have been on hold for 1,000 years, that's all. Steve's 25, got an erection while wrestling with a 4-year-old daughter. Wife's horrified. Is this normal?
What's that?
Hey, you got an erection while you're wrestling with your daughter?
Well, yeah, it was about 9 months to a year ago.
Yeah.
It never happened before. It's never happened since.
All right.
It's been kind of the thing in the closet. It really concerns my wife and myself. I mean,
but
when you're talking about I'd rather eat a bucket of crap, when I'm listening to all those other calls, that's what I'm thinking. Then I'm like, oh, I'm on the phone for kind of the same thing.
All right, but you're aware of it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you just got jostled. Like, you get a boner in a school bus once in a while when you hit a few bumps. Was that it? I mean, or were you...
Well, I mean, that's, to me, that's what I tried explaining to her. What freaks my wife out about it is a couple of things. Well, she had been molested, one. When it happened, I didn't try to stop right away because I wasn't feeling turned on or anything, but I felt it happening. I was, shocked and embarrassed.
Right.
I didn't want to, like, jump up and, go run in the other room to make it kind of obvious.
All right, Steve?
But we stopped it. And then also, what kind of freaks my wife out is we've gone into look into why and so on. But when my daughter was 2, still in diapers even, she had said that Daddy had touched my pee-pee. I didn't. It's been something that's in my wife's mind, and she brought it up again the other day. Now she just turned 4. And so I brought up you got that erection that one time. I'm not so sure. She's freaking out. I'm freaking out too because,
But look, what's in your heart?
She's my daughter. When you summed it up basically when you said I'd rather eat a bucket of crap.
All right. Unfortunately, we're out of time.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was looking at my watch going,
I'm
I
sorry,
called once
Steve.
and my phone died on me and I got through again, so.
All right, listen. I blame Bruce, and that's all. He didn't punch you up fast enough. But, Steve, whatever's, follow your heart, not your heart on. But, I mean, hey, he doesn't have these feelings, does he?
Well, there's so many issues that he's brought up in this call. You
want to talk to him off the air? Yeah, go talk to him off the air.
And this is a situation where he and his wife
need
to bring the kid and they need to go to a therapist, and they're not. The marriage is going to fall apart.
Good. Okay.
So,
you talk to him off the air.
Okay.
This is Loveline. Loveline will be right back.
All right, that's it. Candlebox, Happy Pills is the name of the CD. I command everyone within the sound of my voice to go out and get this CD.
It's a great record.
Go get in line tonight. It'll be, you can find it tomorrow. Kevin, thank you very much.
That was my pleasure. It was nice to meet you.
Come back anytime.